when it comes to retirement well and what you need to do to be able to stay healthy and happy. Stay tuned for the next episode of Senior Care Made Simple.
Welcome to Senior Care Made Simple, an elder care podcast, your guide to navigating home health care with confidence. Hosted by Andrea Albertini, founder and CEO of Horizon Care Services, an industry leader in private duty home care in South Florida. To learn more, visit horizoncareservices.com.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Andrea Albertini, your host for Senior Care Made Simple podcast. And I'm here with the amazing Doris Muscarella, my co-host. Hi, Doris.
Hello. Hello to all our listeners, too.
And hello to everyone who keep following us. We appreciate you. We always try to bring some pretty cool stuff and amazing stuff to our local seniors and also for the children of our seniors. There's a lot of information in this podcast that a lot of people are not aware, and we are here to talk about it and share with you guys. And today we wanted to talk about what seniors can do to be able to maintain their health, physical health, emotionally health, and psychologically health. And Doris has an amazing podcast.
The Traveling Golf Diva, yes.
The Traveling Golf Diva. And Doris is actually a very active golfer. And a lot of people may know, but Palm Beach County, actually Florida in general, is very well known for having a lot of golf clubs. One of the things that we have found, and Doris is going to explain that more to the listeners, is that the health benefits that senior gets from golfing. In Doris, as you know, with Horizon Care Services, we have some very active, seniors who they need some help at home, but they do play golf because they have a little bit of dementia, 10%, 15% dementia, but they still play golf, and the caregiver usually takes them to the golf course. So we do have some of those seniors, women as in men as well, even though they can't drive anymore, they need some help. So we still, because we provide so much care in our country clubs in Palm Beach, especially Palm Beach County, we are able to see some of those things. And I would love for you to explain to the listeners what the benefit is of golfing for seniors.
Absolutely. There are 10 health benefits of golf for seniors, but I want to give some statistics, which I did some research, and there are approximately 5.4 to 5.9 million golfers are in the United States age 65 plus. That's a big number. Seniors 50 plus make 43% of the total course participation. We have a lot of golf in Palm Beach County. We do use Horizon Care Services, and I'm going to explain how. And we're going to talk about the 10 health benefits of golf for seniors. And one of the things is, number 10 is low impact on your joints. It's very important to know that golf is gentle on hips, knees, and shoulders, making it a great option for seniors who want to stay active without high risk of injury because it involves walking. However, sometimes there are back injuries or knee injuries, and of course we have to have some knee surgery and back surgery, and we of course call Horizon Care Services because they take care of everything that you can think of. Andrea, give us a little overview of the services you provide for golfers.
Actually, I just went to an event last night for one of our private banking. And they were talking about, when they did had the injury and they were playing golf. They live in a golf community. Actually, we had a health fair there last week.
Oh, that's right.
So she was talking about when they had their knee replacement. And there was a little bit of complication. Today, the people go in outpatient anymore, So you definitely need Horizon Care Services. So one of the things that happened is they had a little complication, ended up staying overnight, actually a couple of nights in a hospital. They pushed the button for an hour and a half, and nobody came to see them. right? So I said to them, one of the things that we need to be able to educate the community is that there is private duty home health agency all over the world. So if you are going in for surgery, have a sitter with you. Have somebody sit with you so it can help you go to the bathroom, get a glass of water, and if you just, need to get out of bed because, whatever the case may be, or you need something because, when you have knee replacement lately, you actually get out of the surgical room almost walking in a way. You know what I mean? After certain hours, they're already getting you back on your feet, as well as hip replacement as well. That we have a lot of that in Florida, but it's so important to have somebody with you. And then instead of you going into an inpatient rehab facility, you come home with Horizon Care Services for so you can have that rehabilitation at home. You want to be home. You don't want to go to a nursing home for 20 days, 15 days for rehab.
I agree with you 100%. Another benefit of golf for seniors is number 9. It encourages regular walking. Now, I didn't know this. I did some research on this, but playing golf, you burn 7 to 2,000 calories. It depends if you walk or you use the cart, which helps seniors stay mobile and active, supporting daily movement and endurance. And in Europe, they use the buggy, and they usually they don't use buggies. They walk. So it is a cardio also for that. Number 8, it improves balance and stability. The golf swing requires controlled shifting, which helps strengthen the balance and may reduce fall risk. However, if you don't have the controlled swing mechanics, you do suffer back injuries. We've had a couple of people that we play golf with that have suffered back injuries. And you are immobile for a couple of days. I highly recommend calling Horizon because you offer that service. Even if you have somebody there that can help you do the groceries, whatever you need, they come out and they help you. Andrea, correct me if I'm wrong. They will come out on an hourly basis, weekly basis as needed, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Hourly. They can live with them for a few days just to get them up on their feet again. And that's one of the service that we provide. And again, we have a lot of people following us all over the world, in your town, in your state. There are agencies like that you guys can reach out to it and ask for help.
And it's part of our training. Sometimes we don't get enough training as to how to use the golf club and stuff. I highly recommend you see a professional about that. But keeping that balance and may reduce the risk of falling, which is a problem that we have with seniors. Also, another thing, it builds muscle and maintains muscle strength. Swinging the club engages the core, the hips, the arms, the back, helping seniors maintain functional strength for everyday tasks. Very important. Number 6, it supports health benefits. Consistent walking and light exertion can improve circulation, cardiovascular endurance, overall heart health. And heart health is very important for seniors. And we offer, if I have to say an example, unfortunately, was my significant other had a heart attack while he was playing golf. He didn't know what was happening, and he was just having shortness of breath. And when he came back, he says, I don't feel right. And he had a heart attack on the golf course. However, because of the walking and his endurance and his working out, he was able to come back better, with a lot of strength, but you got to be very cautious about that. Another thing that golf is a benefit, it improves, boosts your brain function. And you were just talking about dementia and Alzheimer's previously. Golf improves strategy, focus, memory, and problem solving, all of which help keep the brain sharp as we age. And you were giving us some statistics that more people are being diagnosed with dementia. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it actually, and of course, between you and Karen and I, we're very involved in our social media. And so every morning I go through all my groups and I post, and, we have a lot of blogs that talks about different things. And there was this girl, she's probably maybe about 38 years old. And I think her mom, maybe less, because her mother, I think, was 55. And she's she's like really maybe like 40% with early onset dementia. And remember, last week we had recorded a podcast about that. And it's more and more and more now. But here's what's happening now, Doris, is that you have those young people who are not in our industry, right? And probably a lot of you who listen to our podcast, it is not in our industry and don't know and don't understand, what's going on. Now you have this daughter that is desperate, trying to find how she can help her mom. Meanwhile, she has two small children. So I kind of communicated with her through message and, gave her some tip. We have Dr. Paul Wiener over here in Palm Beach who has a research center. He found the cure for early dementia. If it's treated earlier, you'll be able to get help.
That's true. And golf boosts your brain function. Like when you play golf, it involves strategy, focus, memory, and problem solving, all of which help keep the brain sharp as we age. In this, it doesn't say about when you are getting older and you're a senior and you hit the ball and you don't see it. That's one of the things that comes into my next. When you play golf, you play with people, and this combats social isolation. So golf is a social game offering meaningful interaction and helps prevent loneliness, especially important for retirees. Okay, so that's talking about dementia and Alzheimer's and all this stuff. It is a social game where you need to get together. And when you play socially, you have people that can help you find your ball in case you lose it.
It's like any activity. I mean, golf is amazing, but any other activity that you got to get our seniors motivated. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to play golf, or tomorrow I'm going to play tennis. Tomorrow I'm going to do this. Tomorrow I'm going to do that. And that's what this is about making our seniors excited for the tomorrow or for the afternoon, to be able to engage with other people in some social activities such as golf.
Absolutely. I've played golf with 8-year-olds, and they can hit that ball and beat you like you wouldn't believe. Another item that is very good is it reduces stress and anxiety. Now, I have a different view on this, but being outdoors and moving at a comfortable pace helps lower stress levels and improve overall emotional well-being. There is a caveat here because when you don't play well, it does give me a little bit of stress and anxiety. But I remember I'm outdoors and it's a comfortable game and it's fun and I'm with people. So it does reduce stress and anxiety when you play well. It encourages, like you just said, purpose and routine. Regular tea times give seniors something to do, to look forward to, supporting structure, motivation, and a sense of purpose, which we had in one of our podcasts, that the meaning of purpose. I believe it was with Dr. Edelstein that we talked about how important it is for seniors to have a sense of purpose. So golf gives you a sense of purpose. Love golf. I'm not a great player. I lose my balls, but you know what? I love the game. And lastly, it promotes healthy aging and longevity by combining physical activity, mental engagement, social connection. Golf supports overall wellness and healthy aging. Also, it's important to have nutrition, training, and the mechanics of the game to be a good player. However, it is very important to have a sense of purpose and for healthy aging and longevity, which is really important. And if you do suffer any back injuries or knee injuries, you can also call us and we'll help you with that.
A lot of you that is listening to the podcast are younger people who may have, parents or grandparents that is elderly. Just remember something. Just because they are aging, okay, it doesn't mean they're going to be staying home and doing nothing with their lives. So I always say encourage your parents or your grandparents to have some kind of activity, because as we age, sometimes we tend to be very depressed. We feel like, okay, we raise our kids, we have grandchildren, we have traveled the world, we did this, we did that. So now what? So it is very, very, very important that we all encourage our parents and our grandparents to do some kind of physical, either playing golf or pickleball. And pickleball has been,
Pickleball, that's taking
yes,
off.
yes, has
Yep.
been very, very big. And
Yep.
actually I found some people between 20 and 30 years old that is absolutely loving pickleball, right? So there's so many activities out there that we should encourage our parents and grandparents to do. So in golfing, especially in the state of Florida, and it is absolutely amazing. And Doris, as you know, you can buy a game, right? They call the threesome, the foursome that you can buy. So it's 4 people playing golf, 3 people playing golf. So you can buy a game, right, for the day. So you don't have to be members of a country club. Or, this is in Florida. I don't know where whatever you guys are, but
It's the same deal. You could buy a foursome.
right.
Yes.
So you can buy a game, a foursome of a game.
There you go.
So no matter what it is, if it's golfing, if it's dancing, if it's anything, it's never too late to encourage our parents and grandparents about keeping active.
Absolutely. Staying active. And we are in various country clubs. And the biggest complaints, well, not the biggest complaints, a lot of calls that we get is for knee injuries. And I thought, I learned, I thought pickleball was a low, there's no that much movement and stuff, but a lot of people have been calling because they're having knee injuries. The golfers are pretty much back injuries, but when they play pickleball, they have knee injuries, and we're heading out there to the different country clubs to take care of these people while they're going knee surgery. So, we're out there for everybody, but keep yourself busy, keep yourself motivated, and any sport that you do will get you out there and with a sense of purpose and socializing.
Well, I hope that you guys were able to get some good information here. And that way, maybe you can keep your parents and grandparents living longer and actually having a social life, having a life. Just because we're aging doesn't mean we need to stop, right? And some people retire earlier and go back to work because they're bored, right? The longer you stay active, the better off all of us will be. And some of you younger people out there listening, remember, you're also going to age. And so take this information with you. So thank you again, everybody, for joining us one more time for Senior Care Made Simple podcast. Thank you, Doris, our amazing
Absolutely.
golfer co-host.
The golfer
And
co-host.
if anyone would like to share any of your experiences in our show, please email us at seniorcaremadesimple@gmail.com. seniorcaremadesimple@gmail.com. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. I'm Andrea Albertini with Doris Muscarella, our co-host. Have a great day, everybody. Until next time.
Senior Care Made Simple, an elder care podcast, has been brought to you by Horizon Care Services, your private duty choice in home care in South Florida. For more information on acquiring home care assistance, visit horizoncareservices.com.